Son, I need you to come in here right now.
Yo, what's up, man?
Tom, make sure you go ahead and sit down.
Okay.
We're gonna sit down because we're gonna need to talk. Now, son, I went and talked to your coach like you asked me to, and I asked him specific, what can my son do to make sure that he can go play college football? That's all he wants to do. And do you know what he said to me? Do you know what he said?
Is he finally gonna stop hoeing me and give me some playing time? Or
Boy, no, not even close. He told me that he doesn't think that you're good enough to go play college football and that you should focus on your grades. And I remember a certain somebody telling you that you need to focus on your grades. Don't have all your eggs in one basket, son.
I
need to have a plan B. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna play football.
You're a senior in high school. You ain't been applying to colleges. You ain't been looking at no grants. Son, you're coming up on your last year. What are you going to do?
To be honest with y'all, that wasn't the first time in my life I was told I wasn't good enough or felt unworthy. No cap, that was really how most of my life was up to this point. Seriously, ever since I can remember, bro, everybody kind of picked on me. They made fun of my big ass ear and they called me Dumbo. Everybody also thought I was a nerd because I love to do math, and sometimes I stayed in from recess to do work on my math books. Yeah, I didn't really have many friends. Shit. And I remember like having to sit alone on the bus ride home every day. I remember looking at all the cool kids and all the girls sitting next to them, bro. And I swear to God, man, all I wanted was that. Middle school didn't really get any better for me, bro. Like, I even got bad grades on purpose so people would stop thinking I was a nerd. Didn't work. I even tried joining the football team, but never made it as a starter, bro. And then high school, yeah, most of that was hell. I was just a skinny ass kid with a big ass head and a big ass ear with mediocre grades. And when I did finally get two girls to actually become interested in me after 2 years of being stuck in the friend zone, both of them, yes, both of them, played the fuck out of me with upperclassmen athletes, bro. Trevin Wade and Lakeem. I'll never forget those motherfuckers. And that sucked, bro. Don't get me wrong. It really sucked. But I feel like the one moment, even with all that being said, that really summed up my childhood up to this point was one day my English teacher went around the room, had everybody raise their hand and say what they were gonna be when they grew up. And my dumb ass, my little excited ass, raised my hand all excited and shit to tell everybody what I was gonna be. And of course I told them I was gonna play in the NFL. And you already know what happened. When I did that, everybody laughed. Hell, even the teacher said, Glass, you should probably pick something more realistic, fam. And now, looking back on things, I think that's why I stormed out of my mom's room crying and shit after she told me what my coach said. Guys, I had always subconsciously thought I wasn't good enough. But when I heard it from my teacher, when I heard it from the kids laughing in class, when I heard it from my coach, I ain't gonna lie, it broke me. And as I was standing in front of that mirror, guys, it was rock bottom for me. Because I realized that if I didn't change something, that I was just gonna end up as some skinny ass dude who marries a 5, has kids, hates his relationship, hates his job, and never makes anything out of his life. I was just gonna live this little mediocre life and die and then just be forgotten about. And it was right there, like in that moment, I knew I didn't want any of that. And that was the first time in my life that I could ever truly remember having the desire to want to change or to want to become better, bro. Like I was sick and tired of never being noticed, sick and tired of never being acknowledged, sick and tired of never being good enough for anyone. And right then and there, I decided it was gonna change. But you guys gotta realize the position I was in, guys. I had made a declaration, I'm gonna go play college football, but I only had a year of eligibility left. I was never a natural athlete, and I wasn't even a starter on my own team. For me to go play D1 football, it was damn near impossible, but I didn't give a fuck. So over the next few weeks, guys, I started researching. I started reading and watching everything about athletes and how they train their mind and their body. And I tell you what, bro, between me and you, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But I implemented that shit anyway. I even convinced my mom to buy me creatine because I had read that it helps with muscle growth. Can you believe that this woman thought it was steroids though? Anyway, so I continued researching, reading, and working out. And I realized that all the athletes who had gotten successful all said that it came through hard work. So I said, okay, if they did it, say less. We gonna work hard then. So I started waking up early. I started writing my goals down every day. I was working out 3 times a day. My teammates would even see me outside running bleachers before school when they pulled up. They see me lifting weights at lunch. They see me running routes by myself after class. I even stopped getting on Xbox Live and playing Gears of War with my homies because I knew my body needed 8 hours of sleep if it was gonna do what it had to do. And I did all of that, bro, for 3 months straight. My parents legit thought I was a fucking psycho. But then things started to change. I got a little bigger. I got a little stronger. My routes got a little crispier. My mindset was hungry, focused, and determined. And although I hadn't received any letters from colleges at this point, I was determined not to give up. Matter of fact, I said, if they not gonna write me shit, I'm gonna go straight to them. So I convinced my dad to literally drive me to every single football camp in Texas so I can get in front of those coaches. And it wasn't until the 5th camp that everything changed for me. You know, I didn't know it at the time, but a rival scout was there, and I absolutely dominated that camp. Then the coach, Kendall Browns, walked up to me after the camp. I remember it like it was yesterday. He told me, go upstairs, go to their offices. And when I walked in that office and I saw what was on the table, guys, everything I had wanted, everything I had worked for, all the blood, sweat, and tears, everything I did was literally right there in front of me. It gave me a full ride scholarship. But it got even better, bro. Like the rival scout that I didn't know was there, he thought I was a savage. And a few weeks later, I was named the number 26 ranked athlete in the nation. And I had 12 more scholarships pour in. And that was dope as fuck. I can't even cap. But if I'm keeping it 100, bro, that wasn't even the best part. The best part was seeing that coach who said I wasn't good enough give a speech in front of a crowd of people as I was committing to Baylor University.
Glasgow is a running back and also a wide receiver for us the last 2 years. He's a young man that made a huge difference from his junior to senior year. Put on about 18 pounds. He got from a 4.68 down to 4.48. He got a lot faster, a lot stronger, and really committed to working out his senior year. Glasgow had several offers. He ended up deciding on his original thought, which was Baylor University. Glasgow, congratulations.
Guys, I wasn't born with any talent, man. And for a lot of my life, as you guys saw, I probably felt like a lot of y'all. Unseen, unacknowledged, and unworthy. And although I did self-improvement long before I started watching Hamza, and so I can't credit any of my football success to him, the one thing I can say that Hamza taught me about self-improvement was being able to open up, being able to be vulnerable and share my authentic story with you guys. So in a weird, backhanded way, Hamza did change my life. But the reason I'm even doing this or sharing my story and doing this Hamza contest is because I want you guys to know that where you are right now and who you are right now is not the finished product, bro. And through self-improvement and hard work, myself, Hamza, and a lot of other people were able to completely change their lives around. And if you keep watching people like Hamza or people that have been there and done it, I truly believe that you guys can do it too. The only question is, will you?